All right, guys, welcome back to Gilded Gaming and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Get back into it. Last time we finished chapter 3. See what chapter 4 has in store for us. I'm still really curious to see how exactly Xenoblade 1 and 2's worlds have merged together.
We all have secrets deep within. Memories we can never erase. Difficult experiences. It's just a distant dream of mine right now. But if we can just reach out to each other, even a little, we can tease out those delicate shapes. Then, with time, our bonds will grow stronger until one day.
This guy.
It's rising. We're getting more light. This is Colony Delta. That smouldering camera. It's valor, it's stuff of legends, but we can win. We're gonna make it. Consul, sir. Right, all troops, full advance, and don't let up.
What were the consoles thinking there?
Don't let a single life slip from your grasp.
The hell? What? This guy's going full Xenogears over here.
What's that for honest?
Listen here. You've done well to come this far. But now, sweltering Kamaravi takes the field.
Dude's got a Xenogear.
No way.
Got a gear.
He let us think we had them pinned. But really, we were the ones that were trapped. Spark this! Everyone pull back!
A little late for that, buddy.
We gotta let it
Hey, the
go.
console's like, he already knew it was coming. I want a giant mech.
Just who are you? Perhaps a guard, perhaps not.
Well, well. Smoldering Kamuravi. Your name is no mere affectation.
A consul?
Rome.
No.
Noah. In.
You're...
Not a console, huh? Ready to go? Okay, let's go. How we go on from here? I got completely turned around in all those sparking tunnels and then the joyride down those rapids. Got to say, I have absolutely no sparking clue where we are. You needn't worry about that on that count. Commander Isard provided us with the necessary topographical data. Oh, nice. Legend. All the water that runs from the Orion Mountains makes for difficult terrain. Actually, rather than constantly checking the data and explaining myself, I think it'd be better just to tell you where to go. Yeah, sounds good. Lead the way. Totes, we have every faith in you, Scion. This is the bottom of the waterfall. Let's see if we can get to the middle levels first. Did we aim to get above Colony Lambda? Basically, yes. We get the middle levels, we'll need to head up and around. Got it. Departure time. Did you say that everything you want? Did you say everything you wanted to say to the Commander Isard in the end? More or less. Well, okay, that's good. Let's go.
Anyone feel like taking a break?
All right. Yeah, we got more going on here. But yeah, I saw Shijima going to the tunnel earlier. The tunnels? Where's he gone and wandered in there for? I suppose he might have some business out on the other end of them. Missing Offseer.
Looks like it's gonna rain.
People to talk to too. Oh, it's so inconvenient not having a proper canteen. Just how snuffing long we have to wait go without one. Okay.
Can't underestimate a bit of good intel.
Everyone, over
We
here!
need an auto level if we're going to put this plan into effect. I need to talk to the commander about this quickly.
We have some new names registered.
You know, it's odd, the flame clock isn't here anymore, but I still have my mark. A lot of us in our 10th term now, Commander Isard included, there isn't a lot of time left to consider what has to be done. Available marks, yeah. We're still gonna die though. Hey, what kind of person would you say Isard is? You want to know about the commander, do you? Our commander is one of the most exceptional healers in Agnes. His attacks are nothing to be sniffed at either. When his team need no more attention, he'll switch to offense and pull everyone out of the dire straits with his talent art. It's not often we get to fight by his side, given his role as a leader, but when he does step in, it's a real sight to behold.
We have some new names registered.
Everyone, over here!
Container over here.
All right, it's open.
How are we doing on Nippon Silvers? 97. We gotta use some of these. Oh, you hit. Oh, you've been at rank 10. We're waiting for you. We can put you on Guardian Commander.
I'll keep you safe and snug.
We can put you on, I guess, War Medic until you can learn one of these two.
I can take care of support.
Oh yeah, those are. No, we need you to be. I guess we'll just put you. Actually, you know what? We'll put you on. Who's Full Metal Jaguar? You do. I need you to stay Full Metal Jaguar just so everyone else can learn how to unlock it. This is I want you to learn Thaumaturge and War Medic though. Annoying. Like no one learned Full Metal Jaguar while she leveled it up. Same issue with Yumsmith. I just got to the beginning of chapter 4. Hey, Belle de Jour.
I'll hit him, and then I'm gonna hit him again.
Do that so more people can learn this one. Just use some no pun coins because I just want to use up some of them. All right. Got to Landa, but I haven't ventured it farther at all. We literally just finished chapter 4. That's fine.
Come on, who else?
I'll do my best.
You want me to lead?
All right. It sucks that she's already mastered Full Metal Jaguar, but I got to keep her in it because I just need other people to learn it. I could have the
Gotta watch the pennies.
put the hero in to help people learn it, but like I also need to learn Yumsmith. So yeah. Has a search party been sent out to look for Shijima? Alright, this is the other guy. This is the second part of that one. I can say my squad hasn't heard anything about it, that's for sure. Yeah, so we got some topics to talk about.
Hey, we actually got them all.
These are the ones that we haven't turned in before.
Fine work.
Eager to hear my thoughts and reactions to various plot developments that lie ahead. I'm eager to get to them. We'll be playing it every night this week.
I've already
So.
got food on the brain.
That maybe Thursday.
We should talk about this.
Landa's Offseer Shijima has apparently gone missing. A bit worrying, isn't it? Agnes Offseers often work in pairs, right? Yes, I think most Agnian colonies make use of similar arrangements. Are both of them missing then? All we've heard is that the one named Shijima is headed to the tunnels. By now he might have come out at the Raybell tableland in the Forest region. Something might have happened to make him wander off like that. We should look for him. Then we'd best hurry. The longer we wait, the more difficult the search is likely to be. Okay.
And today's story is...
Looks like our marks don't disappear even after the flame clocks are smashed. Yeah, we're only freed from the tyranny of the flames. It's true, a mark once made cannot be erased. And once my 10th term ends, I'll be gone after all. It's not all doom and gloom though, yeah? Being free from the clocks, that's already something. Things feel different somehow. I know what you mean. It feels less anxious, like I can breathe a little easier. Exactly, and ultimately everyone has to choose their actions for themselves. Freedom from the flame clocks expands one's options immeasurably. I think it's huge. Yeah, everyone's gonna die sometime. At least this way we get to live the good life first. The good life? What do you understand by that? Huh? Well, I mean like eating good grub and stuff, yeah? I don't know what I expected asking you. Boy, you got a problem? The good life though, I could go for a little bit of that. Yeah, me too.
Group chat first, right?
I hear Connie Lambda's having a difficult time now that they can't use the canteen. Yeah, we did kind of tear up the place. But if there's anything we can do, we could cook something up for them. That's only going to help them in the short term. Then what? Don't tell me you want to build a whole new canteen. That's a surprisingly reasonable idea, Lance. Oh, well, then I'll just cobble together one, shall I? We couldn't do the labor ourselves, but Lambda's a big colony. We can't hurt to float the idea. Imagine talking to the captain. The manufacturing unit would be a good place to start. Sounds like a plan. Let's get going. Yes, the sooner this gets resolved, the better. All right. Cool.
Can't forget our progress update.
Let's keep things on a tight loop.
Okay. Right, that one. We can probably do these pretty easily now. Something's really high level. All right. Let's see about this canteen. Put a container over here. Two more in here, actually. West in here too. Discern.
What's wrong, Commander?
Oh, it's you guys. The Pharaonis was heavily damaged during the battle, do you remember? As a result, some of our remote administrated autolevs aren't responding to transmitted instructions.
I'm not 100% on the techno babble, but that doesn't sound good.
Indeed. I've sent some of our tech guys over, so we'll know soon enough.
Do you really need the machines?
Are you thinking there might be another battle?
It's nothing like that, I assure you. Colony Lambda is now focused on ether mining, and...
What was that? We just received word of a tunnel
Oh
collapse.
shit.
What? I'll be there ASAP. Are the troops assembled?
They're all in position.
Then go on ahead. Sorry about this, after you took the trouble to come all the way here.
Commander, please let us lend a hand.
Only if you're sure. But your help will be welcome.
Roger that.
Okay.
Let's hurry into the tunnels.
Okay, buddy. Surprise me.
Find this other container over here. You mean a door,
Everyone,
right? Yeah.
over here. If we pool our strength, we should be able to manage somehow.
I'll follow you.
Here we go.
And
Okay. What level is this? 27. All right, yeah, we did it for sure. What level are we now? Are they like 30, 32, I think? We've got like 4 or 5 levels stored up that we're just not using because I'm trying not to get too high a level. Level amendment. Yeah, 32. These bodies over here too.
Something so valuable here.
Here we go, guys.
I'll follow your lead. Senna,
I can do the brake combo a lot easier now.
determination.
Liam Smith bringing in the brake.
Too easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
You find it hard to be not over leveled? Yeah. At least when you get New Game Plus, you'll be able to de-level yourself.
It would only be right to give
That'll be
them
handy.
proper repose.
We can't just leave this be.
Be super handy to just set myself to whatever level I want to be. You know? Let me grab some of these, this 27 Elite. That should be some CP.
We've been spotted.
It's my understanding that yes, expert mode is confirmed for New Game Plus. You just need to get to New Game Plus and you can level down. That's what I've been told. I haven't seen it myself personally. I have no reason to think that they're lying, you know? Break, give me that topple. Give me that topple. Come on, guys. All day to topple this guy. Wow, that break lasts so long that my break is back up by the time it goes away. Now topple him, thank you. Now can we? Yes, the days. Does anybody have the burst? Anybody have the burst? No? Oh well. I don't know if I actually have someone with burst on right now. Could be a fair amount. Going into the chain attack. Oh, was it not a tier 3 interlock? Oh well. Yeah, I'm not going to do New Game Plus anytime soon, but when I come back to it, I might, you know. Oh, you could have done the day. Yeah, there's the days. Okay. Thought this thing's gonna live. Yeah, it's already dead. Needless. Already getting 500% XP on a guy that's barely high enough level to give us anything. The normal Brog. Should have done this on the elite. Oh God. It just keeps going this time. Oh my God, went over 200%? Oh, 150 is the most, okay. But it gets the heroic chain. He's gonna reactivate 2 people again and keep going. 700%. I think it's like 1,000 is the max, right? It does reactivate 2 people. Oh my God. Oh! Okay, now we're gonna finish it up with one of these. Nice. That's awesome. It reactivates everybody unless you just annihilate them. Almost got 900%. Oh, no, we did. We're going to max it out. We're going to max it out. Might. 976. 993. Oh, 993. So close. 500,000 damage on that poor Brog. What did he do to deserve that? You love exploring, so you inevitably find elites in your level and can overkill them. Yeah. You end up getting XP trying to get the CP.
We'll be done in a blink.
Don't worry, I'll...
Smooth as always, Noah.
Days. We just get the burst. And the nice thing about burst is that it can make them drop their items. Like you can just like get a whole bunch of, you can farm people by just bursting them over and over again. Push for that guy. 65 CP. Nice.
I'm the girl with the gall.
The upper level of the Great Falls, huh? Could we get there by clambering up Colony Lambda?
Maybe you and Senna could.
Something's here we go, guys.
Let's give him the usual.
I see you.
Pretty good at avoiding detection by monsters you can't handle. You ended up in a lot of places really early. You're in place with level 80 plus arachnos today. We don't kill him yet. Fill up your chain attack. Fill up your chain attack. Ah, he's gonna die right before we get it. Oh well.
There's a notch on my belt. Too easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Eyes over here. You didn't disappoint.
No love lost.
Couldn't keep them in check.
Nothing a bit of teamwork couldn't handle.
Whatever happened to not being careless?
Wait for a moment. Using that device should allow us to proceed.
This goes here, that goes there.
Okay. Have it.
Okay.
Time to do the right thing, eh?
Okay. A lot of those like bodies are not worth it. Like 10 affinity. It's like, you know, is it worth walking over there? I don't know.
Oh, look at that.
We seem to have been discovered.
Oh yeah. Jeez. In a dangerous spot. Yeah, here we go. Knock this guy down. Daze him. Thank you.
You're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Interesting. We got another class quest guarded by high level guys. Level 40 is kind of gatekeeping a lot of the hero quests. There's a lot of the hero quests seem to be like a level 40 unique fight that you need to do to unlock them.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'll whack him
I'm
good.
the girl with the gall. You didn't disappoint.
I really want to do those quests, but I don't want to rush getting to that level, you know?
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the
He is so far from getting this. No one is learning that class at all. We need to go that way for the quest, but what's up here? Like a small area. Alright, 29 unique. Or 29 elite, I mean.
eyes over here. You didn't disappoint.
I'll let him knock you off. Sure, he'll happily do it. And the best part of right now, like, so we can't get the burst, but the best part of constantly dazing them is just laying there doing nothing, you know? Like, and I think, what physical attack, DPSers don't rack up aggro while he's dazed too. But like the fact that he's just not fighting back, is pretty huge. Yumsmith seems pretty good.
I'm getting the hang of this. That was pretty much what I expected.
This is a good
I'd
chunk of
say we're
CP.
moving in sync, right, Tile?
Better give it a good once over.
In general, in like pretty much all the Xenoblade games, if you can put together a build built around crit, it's usually really, really good. You know? I assume that'll be the same in this one. Which is why I'm interested in in Cursor. Elegant attacker whose exquisite sword grows even keener with crits. And Noah has the S rank in. He has a D rank in it. But still, we'll get him out. We'll teach him that one anyways. Who has the S rank in it? Let's see. Really? Tyon has the S rank in Cursor? Okay. Be interested to go back and like play Xenoblade 1 and 2 and compare all the areas with the areas in Xenoblade 3 to be like, oh, this is from that area. You know, like this certainly looks familiar.
The tunnel walls should have been stabilized. What happened?
Hey, look over there.
It's collapsed.
Ah! We got monsters!
They must have been living in a place with elevated ether concentration, then found their way in here.
We better get there quick.
But there's no direct path there. We'll have to go around.
You've got Levnises, don't you? Wanted to make short work of these things.
But we need permission from each squad's leader to activate a Levnis.
Oh, come the snuff on. This is an emergency.
You stay here on standby. There might be another collapse, so we'll go on alone.
But Commander!
Execute a partial evacuation once the tunnel mouth is secured. Coordinate with the medic corps and treat any wounded. Now, these are special orders for which I take full accountability. Inform the other troops.
Yes, sir.
Now, all of you.
We'll be fine, Commander. You can count on us.
Understood. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. We want to reach the cave-in.
Okay.
First off, we'll need to find a
There's
way
a
up.
shard over here. So don't tell me what it does, Gilded, but have you figured out what the shards are for yet?
We'll be done in a blink. Leave it to me. I'll have a try
Oh, smashing pushes the rage point up. Interesting. Yeah, I actually last time we played, the boss enraged and I actually managed to burst it and get rid of its enrage. That was nice. That was versus the console, I think. We like turned off his rage. Definitely not a short game, this one, huh?
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Getting late. We should find somewhere to rest.
You could really do a lot only fighting monsters that absolutely force your hand, and like this one just attacked me. And like, and elites. Elites give you plenty of XP and CP, you know, just like one fight with an elite is worth a ton of fights with normal ones. Yeah, shards tend to be guarded and all the uniques seem to be dropping them. So like, if we need to collect them all, we're gonna have to like search around a lot and also like fight all the uniques.
Here we go.
Could be like an in-game side quest or something. That's what it seems like. That'll work.
Okay, buddy. Surprise me. something decent, right?
See a shard and think that's bait. Yeah, yeah.
Let's use that elevator. We can use this to get up above.
This goes here, that goes there. Time for a little rest.
A little chef's hat.
Sorry. This one looking at me funny. Hey, you. Couldn't keep them in check. Got you there. Oh, we can tussle. Oh, over here.
Kill everything else first, build up a chain attack gauge, and use it on the elite. Nice. Kilo level. They got the buffs on my party. What about them?
That was spectacular.
And I was the MVP. You were all thinking it.
You love the healing support classes in this game? I'm excited to get the buff and debuff classes that I can see in the class list that I haven't unlocked yet. I imagine they have even better buffs. Or at the very least they'll get the skills that make the buffs stronger and last longer and
I
stuff.
think we found this.
We'll be set in a blink. Smooth as always, Noah. Thanks for the support. Here. Falcon. Secret name. Keep them in check.
I want to surrender before we grind you into dust.
Keep on counting.
I don't know how you do it. Overfall.
Maximum launching!
Eyes over here.
What I expected. I'd say we were moving in sync. Right, Tile?
Shall we deal with this?
Eyes over here. You didn't disappoint.
Is it?
Great work, Senna.
Uppercut determination.
No love lost!
We're up to top of
with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Oh, look at that.
There's a lot of ether up here.
Well, we've been found.
Over here! You didn't disappoint. First come, first served. Love to see it. Determination.
Ever the paragon here.
Mission up the odds a little. A big help indeed.
Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Check. Also, they all have their own ones now. Right. Oh, jeez. First.
I got a new trick up my sleeve. 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 I got a new trick up my sleeve.
Why is this one locked? Like a certain number of things you have to unlock to get to that.
I got a new trick up my sleeve. I got a new trick up my sleeve. I got a new trick up my sleeve. I got a new trick up my sleeve.
15% crit.
I got a new trick up my sleeve. I got a new trick up my sleeve. I got a new trick up my sleeve.
You KO'd 4 elites in one chain attack. And you put powerful AoEs on a fusion art with 2 attackers and absolutely wall up 4 elites at once. That's awesome, dude. I have to check that out. Do you know why these are locked? Like why I can't buy these? I mean, I don't have the points now, but I did before. Like this.
I got a new trick up my sleeve. I got a new trick up my sleeve.
A new power, eh? A new power, eh?
More to add to the playbook?
You bet.
More to add to the playbook? More to add to the playbook? More to add to the playbook? to add to the playbook? More 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 to add to the playbook?
Whoa, new power! Whoa, new power! Whoa, new power! Whoa, new power! Whoa, new power!
I got one. Like, why is that locked? Not high enough level for it? Smash and a launch.
Whoa, new power! 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 Whoa, new power!
Kind of useless until we get this.
Whoa, new power! Whoa, new power!
All right. You can copy one ability from hers, huh?
Hey, I'll share this with you.
Works for me, thanks. Try this out, Mio.
Sure, I'll give it a go.
You might want to use this.
Yeah, yeah. Cheers, big ears.
Cheers, big ears.
You better appreciate this, Tyon.
Indeed.
I want you to use this.
Whoa, that's clever.
Oh, I can take the art canceling one. All
I
right,
will.
cool.
Thanks.
Wait, does let you just do any of them? Huh? All right, let's see what else we can do here. Back down, grant a high crit rate. Great.
Rolling smash!
Full moon drop.
Allies with critically low HP, but applies overheated. Doesn't be aggro. There's burst. He has it on here. Okay.
Give me some of that
Alright,
sweet
for 70.
ether.
Container back here.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, buddy. Surprise me.
We seem to have been discovered.
Eyes over here. Wow, thanks. Slap.
I got something for you. You're on fire, lad. Violent slow. Enemies broken away from me.
Stay set.
Come here. I got something for you.
Thanks for the support. Energy grenade. That was
Check and see if anybody has burst.
I was the MVP.
He's got it on his talent art. That's the one we have it right now.
You're all thinking it.
Once we're off the next elevator, we should be right there.
Good. Zip line. I wonder if we're gonna finally learn how to use zip lines.
Peacefully.
Dude, you should post that clip of the 4 elites getting taken out by one chain attack in like the Discord. I'll check it out.
This was a nice find.
You think you're all that, do ya? Eyes over here. Wow, thanks. Great.
Come here. I got something for you.
Hey, you barely messed anything up today.
Falcon. Violent slow.
Uppercut. Slap. Eyes over here.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall. Time for a little rest.
Okay.
Here we go.
She's one arm and this stuff.
Can anyone hear me? We're here to help.
Commander, we're safe. No casualties here.
Looks like there weren't too many working this deep inside. I'm glad everyone's unharmed. I didn't think there'd be a cave in here, considering the geology, and with this level of structural support. I suppose the cave wall was weak enough for the monsters lurking there to break through.
When the excavation uncovered an area of concentrated deposits, the monsters that lived there must have sensed a chance.
The ether find is good news, but for now, let's get everyone out.
There might be more monsters. We better keep an eye out.
Noted.
We're close to the site of the cave-in. Let's pick up the pace.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
How about it? Shall we take it on?
Eyes over here.
Stay on your guard.
Couldn't keep them in check.
Alright.
Just as planned.
5 of them in the group fight now. Noah's down. All good. Time, get him up. We're good. Healing, guys. Let's do a break. Thank you. Topple. He's down. Let's do the next one. There's 6 of them. There's 4 in the fight already. Noah and Mio had to go into Ouroboros form. Guess they're down, so we're Pion's like the only healer right now. And there's 3 of them. Alright, Isid's back up. Down to just 2 of them. Battle's getting easier now. For a second, that was a little bit of a tough fight. That last guy didn't even join the fight.
This was a nice
Buff, buff, buff. Buff, buff, buff. The party.
That looks somewhat cleaned up.
I guess riding Alevnis meant they avoided any serious injuries.
A little silver lining to a great big cloud. Glad to hear. Tyon? No, all of you.
So apparently,
Thanks for your assistance.
Takahashi released a statement.
On the contrary, Commander. We were just following your orders.
To go along with Xenoblade 3's
Right. We could only
launch.
react so fast thanks to your quick thinking.
That's about as much as I can do. The people of Colony Lambda, and you as well, all
It says
know
that this is going to be the end of the Klaus
and
experiment
that
arc.
Rescue was a success.
Not the end of the series, but the end of the whole
You've even
story
managed
with
to
Klaus.
secure a nearby ether deposit. I'm a bit jealous.
Yes. Actually, our troops reported a harvestable ether source recently. And with enough resources in the bank, perhaps the colony could have some peace of mind.
I hear a fair few colonies are lacking ether.
Everyone knows that we're nothing without it. Everyone in Lambda knows to be prepared to do anything in their power rather than lose it. By the way, how are your travels?
Our travels?
Sometimes I'm envious of folk like you. Strong-willed and forging ahead.
Oh, well,
That's
we're
what
not
it said.
Actually, I think being a commander is a
Basically, this will be the end of the Klaus arc, but not the end of Xenoblade, and
Smoldering
look to the
camaraderie,
DLC for
silver
hints as to where the
goes where we
series
are.
is going next.
But I'm not that kind of lone pioneering type.
I think most people feel the same.
I know my own weakness best of anyone. The day we lost Nimue and you, Tyon, I abandoned all thought. The consul sensed my weakness, knew I'd pass my responsibility to another, and took merciless advantage of it.
Oh.
That's one thing I learned from losing. Ironically, if I hadn't experienced that loss, I'd never have come to understand this feeling in me. Sorry, no one needs to hear all that. Ah, yes, I owe you all, don't I? Would you come to the commander's office later? I'll be waiting.
All right. Been avoiding a lot of ether channels, but I'm gonna grab these ones that are all here together.
Give me some of that sweet ether.
Definitely more to exploring. I don't know if we can do that much of it now. We got another quest over here too.
We've really walked a bit, huh?
So, I wanted to thank you all somehow.
We didn't lend a hand just so you'd give us something in return.
Too right. We don't expect any thanks.
That may be so, but
Oh yeah, did the thing with the autolevs get sorted out?
I only just got a report saying they don't know why they won't work. After seeing that cave-in, I want to investigate thoroughly. An autolev is vital for that investigation. If we can't bring them back here, they can't be of any use to us.
Here it comes.
I'm not planning on getting you involved for every little thing. I already can't thank you enough for your help with the cave-in.
Excuse me, Commander. I have a report about the autonomous Levnesses.
Any new developments?
Yes, sir. It seems they're operational.
I see.
They wanted you to take a look and judge if they can be used or not, sir.
Roger that. Well, I'm sorry for bringing you all out here. I have to go.
I'd like to come along.
What do you mean?
Oh, good call. I need some closure on this.
We won't get in the way. Is that okay?
As you wish. Then follow me.
Okay. It's a little annoying that this area is in a different map than the rest of the area.
I want to go here now. I want to go here now.
The same part we already did, right? You can customize the ZL menu? Really? That is useful. Oh, edit shortcuts. Yeah, I didn't notice that before.
Shall we deal with this?
Some other stuff that someone else told me about, which I haven't done yet, which I'm gonna do after this and talk about. I need to go through the actual options. I think there's a lot of options.
Whatever happened to not being careless?
We're going to like system options. I can invert the camera. There you go, targeting controls. R is the closest enemy. L cycles through targets in reverse order. Target controls in battle. Just the enemies in the battle. Well, auto targeting, auto battle. Interlink control type. Control the occurrence of overkill during a chain attack. I don't know. I'm torn on the targeting. Sometimes I don't want it to target where it targets.
The autolevs are stationed in the cave at the pier
There have
bluffs.
been 1 or 2 times where I actually wanted to target something outside of the battle to get it into the battle. But usually I don't want it targeting all those other people in the background. You know?
Sorry, I know this is selfish.
Nah, mate, I don't blame you.
I
The
may
target
owe Commander
closest
Izzard a
button
great
might
debt,
be.
but he's also someone I just want to help, even if I didn't owe him. I think every soldier in Lambda probably feels the same.
It sounds nice, doesn't it? Feeling attachment to your colony, to your commander.
Yeah, definitely. What happened?
Hey, is everything okay?
Commander! The Levnesses! They started moving all of a sudden!
What?
And then they just came for us!
But any autonomous unit should have safeguards to stop it attacking us.
That came from right up ahead.
Huh. Lucky thing we tagged along, eh?
Please stay back, Commander. We can take it.
What are you saying, man? I'm fighting. It'd be a lousy example for the troops if I just stood around and stared.
Then let's go.
Huh? What's that? Cave.
Ooh.
Great.
2 level 29 uniques. At once?
Can't forget our progress update.
It's another thing to see
I
it
think
do
we
itself,
gotta leg
eh?
it. Go fly, Gilded! He's down first! You didn't disappoint! Here!
There's the break. Topple. Are all of our healers down? Yeah, we're dead. I know Noah's still up. Come on, Noah.
Seeing
Can recover.
I'll come to your aid.
He's down. I could chain attack, but like. Let's do the chain attack. Alright, get up. Now. Been out of order, but that's okay. I mean, he's one of these guys. Like, that'll take care of the fight for us, really. Nice. Okay. Oh my god. There it is. Managed to heal everybody up for the most part too during that. We had level 3 interlink for this one. Gotta get our chain attack back up. Oh, we burst him. He lost his enrage. Nice. I don't know if we're gonna get the chain attack back in time. Yeah, chain attack turned the tide there.
This man's tough.
You've barely put a dent in it.
Oi! The spark you doing?
Concentrate on their power sources.
Where are they?
Finish it up now. Tie on.
Right.
Well, I'm guessing we just unlocked whatever class this guy is.
Look out!
Whoa! Now, tie on. Open fire!
Nice.
Nice one.
Brilliant work. Tie on.
Commander Izzard!
It's over.
Maybe extra fancy with that kill.
Feels like all I do is ask you to clean up our messes. Thanks again. If there's anything I can do.
But why did they go berserk?
It might have been set so they couldn't tell between friend and foe once restarted.
You think so? So you're saying that forcing them to restart overwrote the previous instructions?
Oh, man.
I'll have engineering give me the details. We need them in running order, but they can be dangerous tools, so care is paramount. Regardless, let me know if there's any way I can thank you.
We told you before, we didn't do this for any reward.
Won't fly. I can't rest easy knowing I'm this deep in someone else's debt.
If you're going to insist... Do we need anything, guys?
Let me think.
All right, I've got something.
Whatever it is, just say the word. We've put you out of your way.
I want you to fight by our side once more.
Say that again.
I want you to see for yourself that the path I'm walking is the right one, Commander.
Tyon, has this been bothering you?
I understand. My position as commander means I probably won't be able to accompany you at all times. But I pledge myself and Colony Lambda to you, Tyon. No, to all of you. Call me anytime you need me. I'll come running no matter what.
Thank you very much, Commander.
I better brush up on my skills to keep up with you all. Colony Lambda will have to keep up with its current developments too.
We can help you with stuff like that, mate.
Now look here, I can't ask that of you.
Look, we're friends now. Nothing wrong with asking your friends for help.
We're friends, you say. You're incredibly trusting, you know that.
What's that supposed to mean? We're just helping.
I don't mean anything bad by it. If I need you, I'll ask for you.
Please, call us anytime you need.
I'm a lucky man to have friends like you, Tyon. I will endeavor to assist you.
Yeah, it's gotta be Tyon. Gotta go. The healer possesses arts that heal allies and weaken enemies. Highly valuable sort of class. So it's a healer debuffer. Nice. I approve. Tyon, what are you doing right now, bud? Thaumaturge. Thaumaturge ain't bad. Honestly, I want to finish teaching people Yumsmith. So, what do I think of that? Back.
Sure, I can lend you a hand.
All right. Well, guys, I still got some more programming to do tonight, but I think this is where we're going to call it a day.
Can't
A
forget
good
our
stopping
progress
point.
update.
I will be back on tomorrow, 8 o'clock with more Suikoden 4, followed by around 10 with more Xenoblade Chronicles 3, just as like tonight. So, see you tomorrow. Come back then. If you missed anything, all these videos are going up on YouTube, so check them out there. And if you're watching on YouTube, you know, like, comment, subscribe, hit that follow button. You know, what is it? Whatever. It's YouTube. It's the other thing. Anyways, good night, guys. I'm tired. I'll see you tomorrow.